Hello. Let's see. Time to start working on expanding this. I believe last time I left off, yes. Set up some ghost stations over here. I believe this is going to be copper, iron, and steel. Got the perimeter secured. Pollution cloud is shrinking. Do have to keep an eye out for any biter expansion. I think what I want to do is I want to start working on getting all this stuff built out, which means it's going to be time to start making a whole bunch of furnaces, a whole bunch of inserters. Probably not going to build complete lines just yet, but definitely going to get at least a column or two running in each group and build some train stations. Let's see, wait, it's down. Hey, Sonny. Yeah, so I'm thinking one lane for steel, maybe 2 or 3 lanes for iron, and a couple lanes for copper should be enough. And then I think this was going to be potentially stone smelting down here. Just whatever else I need it for. Cool. And then, let's see, so I've got an iron patch there, copper patch there. Yeah. I'm going to need zillions and zillions of these yellow inserters, so I might as well just go uncap that box a little bit. Because I got quite a few on me, but I'm going to need more than that even. Okay. And where are... I have stone bricks around here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, let's take 100 of them. I think I've got enough inserters for right now, but I do want to check how many. Yeah, 100. Let's keep 200 of those on hand. I've got a bunch of transport belt. I do need red. I need lots and lots of red, which I have right there. Let's put in a recycling chest. Let's slow that one down, speed that one up, put all that in there. Give me that. So I think that should preferentially take from there now. Or one from each, it's fine either way. Half and half. If I do, yeah, they're both getting used. It'll get used up eventually. Yep, take 50 of those. And where are my red splitters? Yep, 50 of those. Awesome. Mega base goal for me is basically as big as I can eventually, but I'm thinking we're going to start with working towards probably a rocket an hour and then rocket every half hour, you know, just kind of keep doubling it, keep trying to expand it and just see how far we can go. I don't really have any particular end game design for that. I basically want to get to a certain metric of, I want to figure out how quickly I can launch rockets, and then once I know roughly what that is and what those ratios are and how much smelting it takes, etc., then I'm going to start planning out an even bigger base, probably probably have to be outside this little area. You know, maybe we go and conquer this whole continent, however far it goes. I could also do with pushing the biters back a little bit and expanding this a little bit more. But yeah, that's just the general idea. Is I don't know exactly what's possible in this. Yeah, I have seen that people are doing science per minute. I figured I'd start with the rocket goal because then that informs. Because I'm not even sure how much science the rocket gives, and I'm just essentially exploring right now. I'm just trying to see what all's in the new patch, and because I haven't played since 0.14, not in any serious capacity. I came back for something. What was I gonna get? I need to make... Oh, I wanted to make sure that I had boxes being made, which I believe I do. Yeah, I'm gonna need more than that, probably. That'll get me tons for train stations. What is that green? Oh, right, circuit condition. What all have I got in here? I got a lot of junk. I don't really need. I'm not going to need any of these assemblers wherever they go. Here we go. I'm not going to need any assemblers on me for right now. Now that can go away. Let's go drop off this stone. Yeah, I appreciate it. If I'm getting anything just completely wrong, and it's going to save me time because it's something that I'm just for whatever reason not getting, I don't mind people saying, "Hey, did you know about this?" But just like what I'm trying to avoid is very specific spoilers. Like for example, somebody showed me how to do. They sent a blueprint that showed how to get compression on a line like this, because I wasn't 100% sure if it was splitters or how you would actually get it without the side loading working. And like that's fine because I specifically asked about it. But what I'm not taking is like if anybody's gonna like try to give me a full science build or a full oil setup or anything like that. I want to like that's a big part of the fun of the game for me is building that sort of stuff from scratch. Do I not have any red ammo being produced yet? I guess I don't. And actually, military science would be a good thing to have set up. I guess I've got pretty much all the red-green military stuff. Yeah, I really, really like the blueprint system. I wouldn't get rid of it or nerf it in any way because it's so incredibly useful. Um, it's kind of my same feeling about the bots, really. There was that latest Factorio Friday post. Um, wait, what? I just accidentally click on a belt? Can I... Holy crap, right. Okay, I thought you had to craft something to do that. I guess you just, yeah, I thought there was like a frame or something. I'd seen pictures of it, and I thought it was like a craftable at some point, but I'm guessing you just do like this. That's how you get the frame. Okay. Well, hey, I'm learning things accidentally. Alright, let's see, I've got engines and stuff on. Make it a little bit more, pick up a little bit more of this. There we go. I swear I came over here for something. I had something in mind that I was going to need for over here. Cannot remember what it was. I'm sure I'll get back and I'll remember. I'll figure it out. Okay. So that's right, that is going to be steel up here. So let's build basically just the bottom of each of these. And I put the copper right next to each of them. Yeah, because we're going to start with a kind of a center-aligned main bus and work from there. Yeah, I got a bunch of yellow inserters. Yeah, I cannot remember. I had something I was going to do, but oh well. Let's get these. And I think I may feed the coal from the middle here. Just so it kind of half above, half below. Might be a good idea. So I might do like this. So this will be my coal in. Or actually, I probably need a coal station, don't I? Where do I want to put that? I'm actually thinking maybe I put the coal station down here. Maybe the coal comes in a different way because this is gonna run out of space for stations. I mean, I can always landfill, but that takes a lot of stone, as I found out. And actually, how far away is my coal? My little coal deposit is way over there, and it's really tiny. I think we're gonna have to train some in. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. 32 million coal right up there. What's nice is we can actually just wall here and wall here and claim that. Or actually even just little walls right there, right there, right there, right there. And we can claim that whole island. Probably need a little bit of landfill to bring a train line down through there. But yeah, that looks good. Alright, so let's go ahead and start getting these laid out. Yeah, I actually never had the landfill mod before. I always thought it was kind of cheaty. I liked having the challenge of running into the water, but now that the water is just such a mess, I mean, there's not really super big areas. Like, this is one of the best maps that I found, where it actually had a good starting area that was still defensible. I miss the old .14, .15 generation, where you'd get large, continuous land masses, and you'd be able to build a wall. It would be a really big, long wall here and a big, long wall down here, but then that was it. You usually had kind of water on one or two sides and wall on the other two. Or trying to find little, middle of a ring of lakes, stuff like this. I had to re-roll a lot of maps before I found this. I did find a bunch that were like this, but most of them had way too many resources, way too close, which kind of defeats the purpose of doing a rail world. Yeah, exactly, and that's what I'm thinking about. This whole thing with the latest, Twinson's Factorio Friday post about bots and whether they're a good game element or not. Honestly, I avoid really big bot builds in the late game because they make everything too easy, in my opinion. I do use them, but I tend to use them in a more focused manner, like train unloading and any-to-any belt balancing, those sorts of roles. Or making the things that are a complete pain in the butt to make, that you don't need a whole lot of. Like, I usually make kind of a bot-based make everything factory for certain military things, vehicles, stuff like that. Anything that has lots of ingredients that I just don't feel like pulling everything off of the main bus to do it. Yeah, I do think that bots need to be behind some sort of late game research. I only meant to build 2 of those, that's alright. But I do want to come up here and lay this out right here, just so that I can see the top edge of that and the bottom edge of this one. Let's see. How is the frame rate looking, by the way? Is there any stream lag going on? Because I was checking my recordings the other day and they were kind of a bit iffy. Nice. Yeah, I dropped it to, I think I dropped it down to 720. And it's working a lot better. It's either 720p or 900p. Actually, this could be skipped way over there. No, it can't. I need 1 there, there. Save some belt that way. Like that. Okay, let's see. Blue requester chest. Huh. Yeah, they could make the bot thing more expensive. I'd be fine with that, because, I mean, 200 versus 2,000 in the long run is really not that much in terms of science. Oh, wait, I actually do need this to do like this. Like that. There we go. Yep. Yeah, Will's internet. I still don't. I'm surprised that duct taping 2 internet connections together works as well as it does. Oh, this is steel. This doesn't need to be... This does not need to be fast. Right there. And then this right here is... Right. I need to mirror that, basically. This goes in here. Honestly, my cobalt doesn't need to be red either, but I just didn't bring up... That's what I was going to do. I was going to bring a bunch of yellow belt over, because I dropped all of it off, and I really shouldn't have. That's alright, though. I really only need it for steel here. Because this only outputs 1/5 of a belt. So really, none of this needs to be red. Except the inputs do. These are a full 50-50 belt of iron and coal getting fed in. But on the output side, you're only getting 1/5 of that. Yeah, satellite is potentially really expensive, though, would be my concern. We'll see if... Yeah, it's just really high cost, and it's also the other bad thing about satellite, especially for games, is it has really bad latency, and that just comes down to there's it just comes down to there's a long way that the signal has to go to get from the satellite to your house or whatever. Preemptively put all these in. To make sure that coal can get up to steel. I say to make sure coal can get up to steel, and then don't run belts. Ah, dang it. That's slightly annoying, to be honest, that belts can just so easily go straight over undergrounds and things. I mean, it's useful in some situations, but it's annoying in others. Okay. Do that. This will be the next one. That's also the funny thing about satellite providers is, like, I don't get how they move into an area because it's a satellite. It can go anywhere. I mean, unless they just didn't have coverage over where Will is. Maybe they didn't have a satellite covering Europe. Yeah. Spin those around. Oh, nice. That actually goes straight through. I like it. Let's do that. I don't have to fully build all those out yet. I will build 2 copper lines, though. Oh boy, lots of rocks. Get out of here. I do like that if you have something like this selected, you hold right click. Now I'm in deconstruction mode. It knows not to delete the blueprints like it used to. I'm still holding right click, and I'm just freely moving it all over. That is an awesome change. Can clear out blueprints by hand without getting rid of everything. I just remembered what I was actually going to get. You had said there were no lights, and I was going to go get lights and start putting some lights down, because I keep forgetting to do it, and I forget how dark the encoding on Twitch can be. Yeah. Yep. I'm going to go right there. Wait, oh, X. How did that happen? That's why my hotkeys aren't working. 2. There we go. 3. Didn't have a giant... People were boohooing 0.16 because it didn't have a giant flashy system like the nuclear uranium fuel, but... Oh, yeah. I totally agree. This has been a very, very good update, in my opinion. I mean, I had seen some of the stuff about 0.15, and I knew that nuclear was a thing, but the quality of life updates are just phenomenal. The other thing I'm really excited for are the UI changes potentially coming in 0.17. Refactoring the player inventory to be a little bit simpler and make a little bit more sense. That particular Friday fax looked really good. Uh-oh. Alright, I gotta go get more underground belt. Possibly I should have had it crafting more than one stack. And let's set up some light manufacturing so I can put lights all over the place. Only used half of my splitters. I'll go ahead and grab the whole stack though. I'm gonna grab that, and let's go to 2 stacks on those. Oh wow, and I've actually used... Yeah, I've used a lot of red belt. And there's not enough gears coming down that line. I need more gear assembly going on here. See if I can fit in a couple more. I know it won't be balanced, but don't particularly care. Let's see. Now, can I actually power that? Can I get... Yeah, that's gonna have to be... Oh, where can I fit it in an underground? Right there. There we go. going a little bit faster. I could probably rebuild that with like some direct insertion of gears or something, but I think it'll be fine. Well, that's right. Fluid trains weren't vanilla before, were they? Yeah, vanilla fluid trains, new science, giant combat overhaul. Yep. Okay, time to automate some lights. And I think lights can just go at the end of this. Yeah, iron sticks and iron plates. That's fine. Oh, and I want some of this yellow. Get over here. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, that doesn't need to be a ghost. That needs to be an actual thing. Okay, iron sticks. Lamps. And how many does this need? This is 1 iron plate, gives you 2 iron sticks. So let's do 1 in, 2 out. And what does this need? This needs an iron plate and an electronic circuit. In, and 1 out. I made these too long. That's fine. And let's say 4 stacks of those. Make a gazillion, please. And I can even handcraft a bunch. Not like that, though. Like this. Wow, that gets started. There we go. This should make things quite a bit more visible. Down here next to that. Can I? No, I can't fit between there, but I think I can fit through the boilers, which makes no sense. There we go. What? Is that in the wrong? That one's in the wrong spot. There we go. And what happened here? Must have had some biters come by for a snack at some point. Turrets must have got them. Alright, well, we got more lights now. That actually took less than I thought it would. I need a couple over here. 1 there, let's do 1 there. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna grab all those. I'm gonna grab all of these that are made. We can actually drop that down a little bit now. Let's go drop off a bunch of this in the car. Let's see. Put furnaces. Those. Sure. I should also drag some power over there when I go back. I like to keep the turrets on me just in case I get attacked or something. Got a bunch of rail. I should probably bring more rail with me because we're going to have to start building that out soon. 3,000 straight rail. Nice. Lights built into all blueprints and builds, even mining. Nice. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Oh, wait, I need... This needs iron and steel. I should actually get some of these going. Can I get some iron over there? I can. Spaghettify everything. I just want to make like 4 stacks of engines or so, maybe. And then I can just handcraft locomotives when I need them. Oh, did I put my repair packs away? Yeah, I want those. I actually want those on my hotbar, I think. Yeah, like that. Where'd you go? There we go. Engine recipe is wrong. Oh, right. We need gears. Thank you. That's right. I forgot I was hand feeding it gears earlier. I don't really need there. There we go. Okay. And let's see, what do I want to do power-wise? I can actually just pull power off of this diagonal line. Wait, where is that diagonal line? Oh, it's way over there. Come here, where are you? There we go. Is that connected? It is. Nice. Oh, and I put all my lights in here. Let's take a bunch of them. And in fact, you know what? Those can go back into the inventory. Let's put these down here. Alright, I didn't... There we go. That didn't work so well. That's right, those, I should probably put down the furnaces first. That makes the inserters a lot easier. Oh, good grief. Starting to look like a factory. Hey, Angie. Okay, well, I only got 6 left. I think I dramatically underestimated the number of these I was going to need. There's 100 in there. Can I? No, I can't. Darn. I was hoping I could uncap that chest remotely. That's alright. Yeah, now that I think about it, 100 is only enough for basically 2 of these columns or 1 steel column. So 100 will be enough for the copper, but not enough to do that. So I'll need 200 when I go back. Oh, and the rest of those are in the car. I also didn't put down the middle of this. Yep, there's that. And I ran out somewhere down here too. Yep. Let's get these in. It's for compression. Fortunately, fast turns are not a required thing anymore. Yeah, inserters really ought to compress, in my opinion. It would just make things so much easier. Yeah, right here. Honestly, the little side step is the best. Well, it's the most compact. It keeps it in the same footprint. Every other solution that I've seen involves running 2 belts down the middle and making the overall footprint wider, which is not something I really want to do. Especially if eventually we do get inserter compression, because then I can just remove the side step and put this in straight. Oh, and then here's the other little piece that I was missing. Okay. Oh. 1. Ah. I am not fast at the patented anti-elites inserter placement method. Yeah, I am no good at that. Yeah, the belts need to be buffed, in my opinion. I don't think that nerfing the bots is the right thing to do. The only nerf I could see to bots that could be justified would be making their research a little bit more expensive. But that's about it. That's all I would do. On the belt front, I think we need inserters to auto-compress. Yeah, inserters, belts should just be very easy to get compression on to make them easier to deal with. The other thing, I think, is that we need a better tier of belt, and whether that's, you know, if it's a faster belt, that could work. But then you have the problem with inserters not being able to pick up off of it, and that actually might be fine. Because I'm thinking, like let's say that you had some sort of a super fast, like, purple tier of belt, and inserters couldn't really pick up or place onto it. I think we've already got the pick up and place and stuff, all that for blue belt pretty well covered. You could have a purple belt that's twice as fast as a blue belt that's way too fast for stuff to usefully put on or pick up off of, but you can compress onto it or split off of it. And basically it would just be a way of making the main belt narrower, or the main bus narrower. The other idea that I saw that I really liked was potentially belt stack size research, where you could actually get more items to stack on the belts. That would be another good way of gaining some additional throughput. All right, I've learned a lesson here. I completely underestimated how many things I'm going to need, so I need to uncap some of those boxes a bit more. Oh, right. I kind of went the wrong way here. Let's see if I can sneak through here. Let's play dodge the power pole. I lose. There we go. Could have told you that was coming. Let's see. Want another stack of those. Let's go grab a gazillion inserters. How am I doing on medium power poles? I think I'm doing alright on those. Although, that's what I said about everything else. I'm going to grab one more stack. Yellow inserters are down here. I might as well take some yellow belt. I'll take those. And those. How many of those have I got? That's actually probably a bit much. But I do want that. Because I'm planning on having the entire main bus be red belt. At least to start with. And I'll upgrade it as needed. Ajibots are already nerfed. They moved the chests into higher tier science. Fair enough. All packs required is nice. It should be yellow science for blue chests, but it's only 150 packs. Could be 1,000 to 2,000, wouldn't change anything for players. Yeah, much more in line with the other powerful researches. I could get behind that. Hello, old man farmer. Yep, definitely makes sense to me. Let's see, what else do I need? I still need more inserters. There we go. Fortunately, this little science setup cranks out inserters like crazy. This is only drawing from one side of the coal most of the time, it looks like. So yeah, I'll just make one. So can do one of these cheaty little things. I think that should help. Is that gonna balance it out? What is it doing here? Oh, that's right, the side loading trick doesn't work anymore. Do one of those. There we go. I'll just make it so it's less likely to run out of half of it when I'm not looking. Let's see, what else did I want to come up here for? Oh, that's right. I wanted to uncap the box for furnaces a little bit. I did uncap the box for furnaces. Wow, they just get made slow. That's alright. 160, not quite enough, but it'll get me started. I can make another trip back. That's not that big of a deal. Ooh. Iron is getting thin. Let's see. These guys have stopped. You're done. You're done. Yeah, that's an issue. Wow, most of these are down into like the hundreds left. That one's done. That one's done. Yikes. Okay. Alright. Let's go grab a few more drills, actually. And is this one dead? Not quite. But they are balanced out a bit more. Just gonna grab like half a stack of those. I don't need a whole lot. I just need enough to compress that belt. Yeah, I've got trains ready to go, and there's a huge amount of iron up north that, honestly, this is close enough. I can just belt it in. That's not a problem. There we go. That will help a lot. In fact, these two down here, I'm just gonna merge those together. That can go up there. That can go up there. And this can come in here. Yeah, it is pretty bare minimum to get things started. But I'm not going to immediately build the entire smelting column or anything like that. I'm building 4 of iron, 2 of copper, 1 of steel, and then I'm going to belt them all up to here, and then this is where I'm going to actually build the next stage of the base. Because, like, this whole thing over here is, this is a mess. I just built as quickly as I could, and I didn't even really leave room for a main bus or anything. The only goal there was to get through red-green science, get trains researched, and be able to make pieces for the actual beginning of the rest of the base. Let's see, what else is in here that I need? Okay, I can pop that out. There we go. And in fact, I could probably even just start with like one line on steel, because I don't need a whole lot of steel yet. This will be way more than enough. Just for making train stuff, essentially. Old Man Farmer, I would say don't use blueprints until you know exactly why the build is doing what it's doing. Try to come up with your own things. For me, that's the most fun in the game. I really like the blueprint feature. It's very helpful for making things be less tedious in the late game. But that said, for anybody who's a new player, I definitely don't recommend using other people's blueprints. I think it takes a lot of the fun out of the game. Ah, dang it. Nope, nope, nope. What's that? Yeah, we're just going to put one every... because they overlap a little bit. Or can I? Yeah. Because if I do like this, it's going to leave one unmet. But I think I can skip. Yeah, if I alternate the side, if I go left, right, that should work. Actually, wait, hold on. Can I just drag along here? Is it smart enough to automatically... It is! It's automatically figuring out placement. Love it. Okay. I'm gonna bring power down from the main bus side of things. Ooh, I know what I forgot. I want to outline the sides of this. How many of these? Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put these away. Gimme. Yep. So, if you're at Red Science and you want to start working towards green, for example, you can see I've got a setup over here that does red and green. But like, let's come over here. Let's look at one thing that you can do if you're having trouble getting a recipe down. Try to draw it out. So, for example, I know that I need a lab. There we go. Let's get the lab down here. So I know that I need this to end at a lab. And I know that I need a belt coming past it, like this. And I need red and green science to go into this, right? So I can put a red science and a green science on opposite sides. And then I can start looking at what do these need. These need copper and iron. Well, that means I only need one belt there. And I can put chests on the sides to indicate where I'm going to put stuff. So I need that, and then I need a gear wheel. So you can see here how this is going to work. It's going to take both of these off of this line and feed them through onto there. And I know that I need these two inputs over here. Same thing I can do over here. I know that I need inserters and transport belts. So this is going to output there. I need a line here with inserters and transport belts. An inserter goes there. And, oh, where'd my car go? I know my car's got a transport belt in it. So now that I've got this, I can start to see kind of the shape of how an efficient build for this might look. So maybe if I extend this line, now I need transport belts and inserters. So I need an inserter building right there, and I need a transport belt building right there. And then maybe down here I need a gear wheel factory. So just this is kind of what I did when I was very first starting the game. You might call it sketching, I guess. Just getting an idea of all the different interconnections of all the different materials that you need and how you can share between them. So both of these would be outputting onto here. Now, what do I need here? This guy needs circuits, gear wheels, and iron. So I've got 3 things that I need to get to this guy. I got to get circuits, iron, and gear wheels. Down here, this needs iron and gear wheels. So maybe I have a belt coming from over here. You'll notice that both of these need iron and gear wheels. So that's common to both of those. So maybe if I have a belt here that has some iron on one side and some gear wheels on the other. Where'd they go? Oh, that's intermediate. So if I do this and then I split it, maybe I can send that to both of them. Right? And this is not really an efficient build or anything, but this just lets you start to lay it out and start to understand the recipes. Is the idea. So once you have this laid out, then you can go in here and start looking at things like, well, how many science do I want to make? If I want to make 1 a second, these need 6 seconds to make. So I need 6 of these machines in order to make 1 per second, which means I need 6 inserters, and I need 6 transport belts every 6 seconds as well. So that's another easy way to try to work out all the ratios, is how many do I need to do 1 a second? Well, if I have 6 machines, that will work out to 1 inserter and 1 transport belt per second. If I look at these, they're actually made every half a second. So I could actually support up to twice that. I could support up to 12 of these green science makers on 1 pair of these. Same thing down here. I can look at this. This guy needs 5 seconds. So how quickly are gear wheels made? These are every half a second from 2 iron plates. So if those are every half a second, I can support up to 10 of these on 1 gear wheel assembler. So once I get to this point, so I know that I need iron and I need gears there. This guy just needs iron, right? Just needs iron going into there. This guy also needs green circuits up here, and maybe I need to do a green circuit build. But you can start to see what all the different inputs are, and you can start laying out your belts and start trying to get this. And even if you don't build it to full scale, even if you just build this and get it working with 1 machine of each type, and kind of build it outside your factory off somewhere, and even just feed it with chests. You can always just put a box here and do this, and then put your gear wheel in there just to show it. And then once you power that up, if you manually feed that a bunch of gear wheels, or if you put a machine here and feed it iron to make gear wheels to put it on that belt, you can get this whole thing working and verify that it is outputting what you want it to output. And then once you understand that, then you can start refactoring and start moving things around and use that as a reference to make sure that you know exactly what you're trying to do. And then you end up with more complex, tiny builds like this. So what you can see here is that I did something called direct insertion with gear wheels. I decided, you know what, I played with this for long enough, and I realized, well, wait a minute, my gear wheels are just not keeping up when they're on the belt. So instead, I'm going to have a dedicated gear wheel assembler for every one of these that needs it. So I've got a dedicated gear wheel here. This does go onto a belt for these. But for these two, I made these both dedicated gear wheel assemblers that feed directly into here. And you can see I crammed them right up nicely in line with these. And remember how I said that both of these could feed 12 machines? Well, I had leftovers. So the leftovers I'm putting in boxes down here at the end. So I'm making science, but I'm also making the supplies to make the base bigger, because I'm stashing some inserters there, and I'm stashing some belt there, I'm stashing gear wheels so I don't have to handcraft them. Yeah, if you get frustrated and you get stuck on a base, always feel free to restart. There's no reason, if you're just really frustrated with a base and you don't like how it is, restart. That's fine. Alternatively, feel free to tear things down. Feel free to turn stuff off. If you don't like biters, if you don't like the enemies attacking you every so often while you figure it out and you want to save that challenge for later, turn off biters. Do a peaceful mode. Set it to enemies never attack first. There's options like that in the generator. I am a huge proponent of there is no wrong way to play this game. You know, the whole point of this game is to have fun and enjoy the challenges that the logistics of moving all this stuff around involves. So, feel free to experiment, and I definitely recommend sketching things out like this, especially if you don't know the recipes. And in fact, once we start getting past blue science and things, a lot of those recipes have changed, as I understand, since the last time I played the game. So I'm probably going to be doing some sketching on my own. For right now, though, I'm just trying to get a... I kind of have an unconventional startup. A lot of people try to keep this early base a lot more organized and expand it a lot farther. I don't do that. I start out with a spaghetti mess, and basically all I want this to do is I want it to make a whole bunch of belts. I want it to make a whole bunch of furnaces, a whole bunch of inserters, power poles, and get me through red and green science. That's all I really want it to do. And then I will intentionally shut down most of my production and start walling off. I really like having the biters on a fairly difficult setting. I like to turn off their expansion, or not turn it off, but slow it down. I like to slow down their expansion so that they're not constantly poking at me. But I like to have some limitation on, not really ramping all this up. Now, once I switch this on, all hell's going to break loose. Once I actually start making a whole bunch more... once I start making a whole bunch more materials and things, all hell's going to break loose. I'm going to get attacked from all directions. But by that point, I'll have military science going and be able to actually deal with it. There is a wrong way. It's called C-block. Yeah. Oh, that's good. I like that. Let's see. Seems like there was something else I was... Oh, no, I got it. I got my stuff that I wanted. I'm gonna go make a walkway down here. so let's make a 3-wide walkway. We'll start... Actually, I want 3-wide or 4-wide. We'll do 3-wide. We'll start at 2 away from the rows of smelters. Oh, whoops. Okay, I gotta get that out of my hand to do that. Pick those up. There we go. I'm sorry if that's loud. There we go. So now, what does that path look like? Oh, the path is nice and dark on the map. The train lines are really faint. But that gives you, that's going to be the size of smelting, is from there to there. So main bus wise, let's see, how do I want to do this? I think the main bus, actually, I could make the main bus head off this way. I've got a lot more room than running toward the end. Let's do that. This is gonna be the main bus then. Let's see. So is that... Yeah, so then that right there is dead center. Like that. Cool. There we go. This is essentially 2 down from there. So skip that one. Oh, I've got that in the wrong spot. So there's that. Now this is one of the little things that I like to do with the new blueprints. It's just so easy to come and grab that and then immediately get the rest of this spacing right. I don't know about that one, but... Get out of the way, trees. Oh, good grief. Oh, thank you, autosave. Okay. Yeah, I'll put these down like that. Let there be light. Yes. Do I want this? Yeah, that's too far, so we'll go just above like that. And these I will put every line, because this is steel and they're spaced a bit farther apart. Okay. So that one's ready to go. Let's see right here. I'm going to extend each of these to maximum distance. I like to include gaps like this, especially when I'm planning out big sections of base. I like to include gaps wherever I can so that I can run through them later on. Do not like letting bases get overcrowded. Hello, Bloodgiver. I think I can come down 2 on that. Yep. I think I recognize your name, actually. It's been quite a while since I've streamed, but... I think you were here back when I used to stream a lot more. So there's that. Is it still skipping a lot? Let me drop the bit rate. Let's see if that helps at all. In fact, I might even drop it to 2500 if that's still not low enough. I'm streaming at 3000 right now. We'll see. Well, let me know how that looks with running around and stuff. Is this better? Oh, nice. Yeah, I didn't do a random seed this time. I did lots and lots of re-rolling to find one that I liked. Huh. Well, it's probably Comcast. Because I'm supposed to have a 10 meg upload, but I can't get 10 meg upload consistently. Let me take a look here. Yeah, let's go to 2560. I'll drop it a little bit farther, and hopefully we'll get to a point where it is consistently good. Now, I am recording in very high quality, and I will be posting this to YouTube for anybody who wants to take a look at it later. And those recordings seem to be absolutely perfect. I'm recording in 2K, 60 FPS. Good grief, there's so many trees in this one little spot. There we go. That's a little better. Those can stay for the moment. I wonder, if you mark things with the deconstruction planner, generally they quit working. Ooh, can I do this without deleting that? Yeah. So, I'm kind of wondering, if you mark trees for deconstruction, do they stop absorbing pollution? That would be kind of funny. Okay, so that is steel way up there. Here is iron. Okay, we need way more inserters now. That's a really good question. See that? Let's... No. That doesn't have any effect. This is one of those things that could be a really easy oversight in the programming. Or it may depend on like how stuff is implemented, because I know like if you mark a belt for deconstruction, they stop. They're not moving. Oh no. And now they are. Same thing with like inserter arms and things. So I'm wondering if the stop doing everything is part of just like the general entity logic, or okay, where did I put my car? My car's all the way up here. It's just one of those things that I wonder about, because I do a little bit of programming kind of as a hobby. And it's one of those things that always interests me is, you know, how does that actually work under the hood? Let's take this back down this way. Ah! Pfft. Tree. Alright. Hello. Helps if I get my hand on the right part of the keyboard. Okay. I really like that feature. Smart power pole placement. It's so good. And with these I can actually... Whoop, 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 whoop. I should run across the bottom whenever I'm on these. Is that not going to let me place that right there? It's because these are... It's still connecting to the others. Alright, so there's still some glitchiness involved here. That's alright. You know what? I'm going to put that right there. That should actually stop things blinking. go ahead and place these up here just so that they, oops, line up. Let me fix that ghost. There we go. So iron smelters are powered. Let's get rid of these. Tell you what, I really like the new rocks and everything. These look so much better than the old ones. And where are they? Is that a... Yeah. So in the early game, one of the really nice things to have near spawn is like these, because if you see over there, they give you coal. So that's super useful in the early game. Not having to mine nearly as much coal. Yep, and then... Oh, am I out of that already? No, I just need to swap out. Here we go. The pipette tool. Oh, yeah. I read about that, and I keep forgetting to actually get in the habit of using it. It's just, it's Q, isn't it? Yeah, it's Q. Nice. And I think it also kind of copies the orientation, doesn't it? It does. So, like, if I grab an inserter facing down, it's facing down. If I grab an inserter facing up, it's up. Yeah. Q. Alright. That's what I gotta get in the hat. That's what I gotta start remembering. It takes a while to get used to. Yeah. I don't technically need to build all that out yet, but I do like kind of marking it. Alright. Let's, wait, no. This goes there, this goes here. I almost forgot how freaking balancers work. Ah, no. Put that down, thank you. That needs to go out. I actually don't need these on the sides here. That goes down. That goes in, up. There. Like that. I think those look right. Yeah. Okay, how far is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're onto the stone. And then this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're onto the stone. Nice. The question is do I want... Question is do I want all of my main bus on one side of this belt, or do I want it kind of going back and forth? I kind of like having the power and everything down the center. I could also put the fluids right through here, put some roboports. So let's also do this, and I also like leaving room in the middle just for expansion purposes. There we go. Oh, right. Yeah. Grab that. Like so. should be 2 spaces in here. Yep. Oh, get off. There we go. Stop it. There's that, and that. Yeah, that is a Zuri design, isn't it? I like them. Nice and symmetrical. Okay, so that'll be copper coming in from down below. We need to come up here and I'm actually kind of tempted here. I'm just going to run this one. So that's 1, 2, 3, then this one. So just so that I know where the extent of that is, that means that I want a gap of 2. And then this whole thing, this whole ridiculous monstrosity up here is actually just one fully compressed belt of steel. It's ridiculous, but that's what it is. This doesn't even need to be red there, but that's fine. But what this will be right here is eventually it's just going to be all splitters joining this. These will probably be yellow belt coming off from the left. And actually, do I have yellow belt? I do. I'm going to make this yellow. I'm going to do that because it looks nicer. So each of these is going to be a single yellow belt feeding into a red splitter to get the compression. So this little thing right here can actually just wait a minute, is it shift right click? Yeah, it is. There we go. And then over here, this won't need to come in like that. This can just be like that. I don't have to actually build any of this just yet, though. Like so. Gap of 2. So there's steel. And then what do I want to do for circuits? I completely forgot about circuit smelting. I'm out of room on this side. I think what I may do is I may make just these bottom 4 be dedicated to circuit. In which case I need to build one of these. Eventually we'll have a green circuits outpost. Hopefully 4 belts of copper will be enough to feed the main base. If it's not, we'll get these back whenever we do that circuit outpost. Let's see. There's that. How's the stuttering and all that? Is that working all right? Because I'm actually seeing a little bit of stuttering on my own little feed here. Why is it doing that? And I'm just wondering if that's actually just my Chrome browser or what. Anyway, we'll get that figured out eventually. Oh, I'm probably going to be streaming for quite a while today. My goal, I think, is to get all the smelting done and get some trains set up. Maybe we'll push the biters back a little bit. Should probably also do a little bit more exploring at some point. Oh, thank you, autosave. I'm just going to plug that one in too. Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty much out of furnaces. I'm pretty much out of stuff. That's alright. Got my loaders and unloaders. This is just gonna go in there. So much wood and stone and things that I don't need. Let's group all the wood together. Group all the stone brick together. Stone. Right. Well, as you can see, here's my very early starter base. This is going to be my, I guess what I would call the mid-game base. This is going to power a make everything factory as well as all science. And then once I get to that point to where I have rocket launch capability and I'm able to do infinite research, things like that, then I'm going to start trying to figure out how to expand even farther. I think long term, I'm going to branch out and be even bigger than this. Long term, I'm going to be trying to bring in all kinds more resources, and I'll probably have a dedicated gigantic green circuit smelter off somewhere. I'll have a giant red circuit array. Basically, the idea is to start expanding and doing outposts for everything. I'm actually thinking that the very first outpost might go up here, and it'll be a combination large power plant and copper mining up there. Let's see. Yeah, I've got lots of biter clearing to do. Lots of biter clearing to do. Might have to push this wall forward. There's 2.3 million copper there. That's tiny, that's tiny. That's 3.4 million. That's actually a lot more right there. I could go for that, but Basically what I want to do now is I want to take all this apart, and I want to get more efficient stuff going on. I want to actually build a proper main bus, wherever it is down here. This is going to be the actual proper main bus setup. Oh, I never put the furnaces down there. I still need more furnaces. Heh. Oop, get off the belt. Okay, we can fix this as well while we're here. You're done. So many of these. And yes, I know there's some scraps down there. And no, I don't care. Rotating the car while it's not moving should let you align it to the cardinal direction. Yeah, there was actually a mod, I believe, that changed all vehicles so that they would align to... It was like 16 different directions or something like that. I don't remember what that mod was called, but it made driving so much easier. And I just haven't installed any mods since starting this in 0.16. Oh. Okay, I know that outer lane is missing stuff, so I'm going to do this and bring this top group around. And I know side loading is no good anymore, so we're going to do that. So there's that. That is going to keep us going for quite a while, I think. Yeah, 157k. That's enough to build whatever other little pieces, parts I need. And if it isn't for any reason, we've got that. Let's see, what else do I want? I want actually a whole bunch of assemblers. I'm just going to go ahead and take those. I don't think I need any more production. I'm just going to let them go. Yeah. Take more lights. Do need a bunch more of the yellow belt. Let's take 500. How many of these inserters have I got? Yeah, need more of those, definitely. Definitely need those. And these. I don't need more than a stack of those, though. Same with those, I don't think. Missing an inner splitter on the Zuri one. Over there. You're right, it is. That's alright. It's only feeding 2 outputs anyway at the moment. But you're right, I should fix that. But it's not gonna be here that long, I don't think. Nice, got lots of engines. That'll be good for making trains. Don't need that just yet, though. How am I doing on power poles? Ooh. Gonna take 2 of those. Do I want to start military research over here? I don't think so. Do I want to get oil going? I do have stuff for oil. Yeah, lasers. Lasers would be awesome. That's how, I think that's how I want to push the biters back. It'd be way easier than carting ammo around. What actually unlocks the blue pack now? Do I have the blue pack unlocked? I do. Oh, that's different. What? Okay, it still needs oil, but not nearly as much, I don't think, because it's only for the plastics. What was it before? Oh, that's ridiculous. Okay. I can't even remember what that was before. There were 4 ingredients to Blue Science before. Oh, thank you, autosave. Alright, you know what? I am going to fix this, because it's going to bother me now that I know about it. You saw nothing. It was filter inserter, advanced circuit, battery, and steel plate. Yeah, so it did. It needed a lot more oil-based production. That's interesting. Okay. I think... Let's see, I got steel up here. Where do I want to put... Oh, wow, there's another little iron patch right there, too. Where do I want to put my refinery stuff? Because the refinery area isn't that big, to be honest. I do need coal, though. I need coal to come in. We're getting low on that. I'm actually starting to think that maybe the next step is going to be to go and push these guys out, because I need more copper and I need the coal. I've got iron inside. This is a good spot to have. Wow. 5.5 million uranium right there. Alright, well, and another chunk of uranium over there. We're never going to need uranium. It's all over the place. Good grief. Let's go ahead and start building a science system, though. That's what I'm going to want to do. And let's also go ahead and stretch bunch this out. Oh, this is actually, hold on, this has got to be circuits to start with. This has got to be green circuits. We'll start with just 2, I think. I'll leave like 4 there, and then 4 or 5 there. Then we're going to immediately start breaking stuff off. And in fact, let's just plan on 1, 2. Let's go into blueprints. Right click, left click, there we go. We're going to move these down a little bit. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just one assembler back, that's fine. And actually this whole thing, I think, can be powered by 2 of these now. Yeah, we'll do like that. Ah, see, that's an issue. So that's an iron line coming in there. Okay, so let's take a look at the ratios here. This is 1 iron per green circuit. It needs 3 copper cables, which is 1 copper goes to 2. So 3 in, 6 out. And this is 2 in, 2 out. So it's a 2 to 3 ratio of iron to copper. I'm not sure if I will need... I'm gonna leave space for it, just in case I do need it. But I don't think I'm gonna. These will be my iron in lines. I also need to make sure that I've got room for splitters. Actually, can I join these like this? And then these 2 will be my outputs. And then I've got room here to keep these. I just need to keep these lanes free just in case. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, hold on. Phone's going off. What is that all about? Alright. Yep, can ignore that. That's fine. Okay, let's get back to this. Just to get an idea the size of this. I actually don't even need to build this second line just yet. I think that first chunk is going to be more than enough for my immediate needs, anyway. But I am going to build both sides just so that I know room-wise. Oh, those are backwards. Alright. Oh, and because of these, yeah, I can go straight across that now. That's cool. And I will have 2 lanes of iron dedicated to oh right, I can actually just drag these across now, can't I? And I can replace that later. Okay, so we're going to have 2 lines of iron smelting just completely dedicated to circuits. Let's drag this one from down here. So those are going to be dedicated there, and then my circuits will go out 2 down from that. 1, 2. Yeah. I actually want these 1 down just for aesthetic reasons. Oh. Wow. I keep underestimating how many underground belts I need. I also keep estimating how far north my base is. How am I doing on red splitters? Yeah, I don't go through a lot of red splitters. I do go through these like freaking candy. I'm going to take the whole stack this time. Here we go. Yeah, why is it so laggy? I don't understand why I'm having so many problems streaming all of a sudden. You know what? I'm going to actually turn off my own stream right there for one. So I'm not watching it from my side anymore. Let me go into presets. Yeah, I don't know why I'm having the issue there. Yeah, I think I do have to stream in 60 to record in 60. So, you know what? I think what I might do is I might drop it down to 30. That very well might be the issue. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it right here, and I'm going to switch it back to 30 frames a second, and let's see if that fixes it. I figured I could do it because I'm using the GPU encoding, but it's apparently not happy with it. So let's see if going to 30 frames a second fixes it.